So yesterday we discussed like parameterization. I think Pradeep, you are missed, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So parameterization, nothing but like what are the values we are entering through keyboard? Those values we should do the parameterization. So like in application, any application, for example, our application will be web tour application. So this is the our web tour application. So this application you are launched, and after launch login. So you are entering. So means you are entering for the username and password. Means this data you are entering. Means what is the data you are entering? That data we need to do for the parameterization. One of the scripting enhancements in the like load runner tool into like views, and that scripting enhancement name is a parameterization. What is the parameterization? Nothing but what are the values you are entering through keyboard? Those values you should do the parameterization or hard coded. We need to hard code the values. What values you are entered. So now means now we know for that login details like username, password you are entered, and click on login. And after that you are clicking for the flights button. Here you can observe, here you are selecting the departure city, air city, but you are not entering anything here. So means this departure city, air city we are not do for the parameterization. And going to the date, you can observe if you want change date means you can change for the date also. Okay. And return date also. If you want change the return date means you can change for the return date. So means you are changing, means you are entering through keyboard. So means departure date and return date also you need to do for the parameterization. And number of passengers. So for example, you want 2 passengers, then you can give for the 2 passengers. You want to book the ticket 2 passenger, you need to give for the 2. Means number of your passenger also we are editing, right? So you can give for the parameterization. And after that, seating preferences type of seat will be there. These values we are selecting, but we are not entering anything. Means we are selecting to the application. So that is why these values we are not do the parameterization. So for this screen, we are observe departure date, return date, and number of passengers we are observe. And come to the next screen. For here, you can observe. So we have the different type of flights there. So these all flights also you are entering or you are selecting. We are selecting. Means no need to do for the parameterization for this flight value. And after that, you can observe first name, last name, address one, okay, and city. So these are all details you are entering through keyboard. Means the first name, last name, street address, and credit card number, expiry date also you are entering. So means you are entering means you need to do for the parameterization. So click on next, continue. So thank you for booking through web tour application. So our entire business flow will be there, sign up. So what are the values we are observed? That values we need to find in the script, first point. So first come to the first transaction. Start transaction. If we have any values you are entered here. No, right? So we don't have any value. And come to the next transaction. Login is there. So login we are doing for the like we are giving for the username password. So you can observe username Jojo, password Jojo. So means you are doing for the you are entered for this details. Okay, so now you can observe username Jojo. Means these two values you will need to do for the parameterization. Apart from this, you need to come to the next transaction, click on flight. For this transaction, in this code, we don't have any values we are entered. And come to the next transaction and find flight. And you can observe for the here London. So we are selecting, we are not entering departure date. So you are doing for the departure date. So that is why we did for the parameterization. And return date also we need to do for the parameterization. And number of passenger also you can do for the parameterization. And after that, come to the next. So here, this is the outbound flight value. We are not entering. We are selecting for the 242 flight. So that is the it's recorded here. And number of passenger also we can do for the parameterization. And after that, come to the next transaction, payment details. Here you can observe first name, last name, address 1, address 2, passenger details, credit card, expire date. These all details you are entering. Means these all values we need to do for the parameterization. So once we can understand what are the values we can do, then you can go to the first you are identified the username. So username Jojo, right? How to we can do for the parameterization means you can select this and click on right button and replace with parameter and click on for the create new parameter. Just select for the what is the value your username, you can select that. So why we are doing for the parameterization? Nothing but as a performance testing point of view, we can do for the multiple user test. So multiple users means, so if you're not done for the parameterization, only okay in this place you can change for the value for one time. But I want for the every time will be different user, because as a realistic environment, what will happen? We are all 3 or 4 numbers will be there. Everyone will be Facebook credential will be same or different. Same or different? Different, right? So means realistic environment, each and every user name password will be different. Same way we need to do for the testing. Like you are doing for the 100 user means you need to pass for the 100 username password. So how do we can do means using for the parameterization concept. So now you can select for this value and click on replace with parameter and click for the create new parameter. And after that you need to give for the parameter name. Which value we are doing? Which value we are doing?
Username.
So username, right? You need to give for the username. Okay. So okay, parameterization I'm doing. That is why just I given para. So and click on for the properties and go to the up little bit. So for here, after properties, click on that. You are able to see for the different type of parameter types. So what are the parameter types? Nothing but, so you are doing selecting for the, that is the Jojo. Jojo is a text or any numeric, any date and type. It's a text. So if you are doing for the text or numeric, right, we need to select for the always file type only. Maybe you are doing for the return date you are doing, then you can select for the date and time. But now we are doing for the username is a text, right? You need to select for the file type. And after that, you can observe username param. So you are, what is the name you are given? It is the extension added dat dot. So what is the parameterization extension file means dat dot. And after that, click on create table and click on OK and edit with notepad and enter for the data number of users. How many users you want, you can add here. Jojo 2, Jojo 3 and Jojo 4. And just Control S, save this. So now you can observe all 4, 5 columns I added for the apartment. So if you want 100 means you can add for the 100. You already the data will be there. You can copy paste also, you can do it. Okay. Now you can close this and click on OK. It is asking for the, do you want to replace for the other occurrences also? So where is the Jojo is there? If you want to replace means you can click on for the yes, then you can select that one and you can replace. But you don't want, you can close the no. And so username is done. Same way you need to do for the, this is also password, replace parameter, create new parameter and give for the parameter name is a password and click on properties and click on create table and click on OK. Then enter for the username passwords. So if you want how many users you can add here. So and after that you save this. See all data is saved and click on close and click on OK. Then no. Now you can observe username, password is done. So how you are doing same way, what are the values we are identified, all values you need to do for the same process. Going to the date and time also we'll see one. So now we can do for the return date. So you can select this. You can select this and click on same process, replace with parameter, create new parameter, and now which value you are doing return date, right? Same name you can give, return date. And after that, this is the important now. File type. What is this type? This is the file type. So
Date and time.
date and time, right? So you need to select for the file type will be date and time. And properties. Then this is the format it's showing. But this is the same format for this. Same format or different?
Different.
Different. So maybe if you accept this, your application will be accept. Maybe you are giving for this format. Your application will be accept. No, right? Because as a developer, when is developing for this particular code in the return date is given for the format like D, M, and Y. So, but you are giving for the year some different format, Y and M, D you are given, and time also you are giving. So in this code, their developer is not given this code, but you are selecting this format. So your application will be not accept. So that is why when you are doing for the like date and time parameterization, very important thing will be in our application, what is the format will be there? We need to select for here in that format. So our format will be month, date, and year. So for example, you can select here this. Now you can observe this is the same as our format. You can observe 3rd month, 31st date, 2023. Same as that. Yes or no? Yes, right?
Yes.
So maybe you want to change format means also you can do it. Edit also we can do. Maybe you are unable to finding from the here what is the format you want. Now you can edit also you can do. So how to we can do means I want for the first M nothing but month, percentage M. I want to slash, and after that I want for the date, day, percentage day. Every time we can give for the percentage slash. I want for the year. You can give for the small y. So percentage you need to give. So percentage and y. So now you can observe 23 is came, but our format what? 20, 22 like that will be there. So we need to give for the capital Y for here. See, if we are like edit also, you are able to get the your format. What is the your format? You can edit here. Maybe same format here is not there available. You can do it yourself also. It's clear? So now close this and click on OK and no. So return date also completed. Now you need to complete for the how many values will be there in our script. All values you need to finish. So any application. So everything is a real time only. If I am also doing for the every day after record the script and I need to identify the what are the values I want to do for the parameterization, and I can do for the all values, how many steps we have in the script up to end of the script. What are the values will be there? All values you need to do for the same way. You need to do the and you need to complete for the parameterization. So it's clear. So now just will execute. Just I'm saving and runtime settings, and I'm given for the 4 means 4 time I want to execute. So I given 4. Again observe here can be run. This means 4 different users will be run because we are given for the data. Jojo 1, Jojo 2, Jojo 3, Bean 1, Bean 2 we are given, right? That username will be every first time will be some Jojo and Bean will pick. Second user, Jojo 1, Bean 1, Jojo 2, Bean 2. So like this, it will pick for the 4 times. We'll observe for the that results in the output window. See, 4 time execution is completed. So now you can see here also how many times happen for the each and every transaction. So launch is 4 times happen, login is 4 times, click on flight 4 and find flight, log out. Now come to the output window. So in the output window, go to the control home, like starting line. So after that, you can observe starting iteration 1 means first user is started here, is launch started, and after that in the launch we are not done any parameterization, so that is why we are not unable to sync for the anything, and launch is ended with pass status. So response time, how it is calculating means you can observe launch is starting, and after that web URL is started, means this code execution, how much time it is happening, like you are click for the launch, so that launch how much time it is happening, it is calculated as a launch start transaction to end transaction. Now you can observe launch URL ended with the pass status, and this is the duration happen for the 1.7373 time, means 1 second 73 milliseconds happen. So this is only here it is calculated. Now you can observe here 783 launch, and come to the next transaction, login started. Now you can observe we did for the username, and username is picked for the Jojo, and Bean is picked. And you can observe departure date, arrival date you got for the same dates you got, because when you are doing for the parameterization, right, it will pick for the current date. It will pick the current date. So, but as in my scenario, I want for the future date. Maybe sometimes I want for the past date. So how to we can do means that will we can discuss next. Okay. So just when you are did for the parameterization as a date and time, it will pick the current date only. So now come to the next. See, ending iteration 1 means first user will be up to logout is completed. You can observe sign off up to sign off is completed. And iteration 2, nothing but second user started. You can observe again launch is started, again launch is passed, and this is the time happen for that. And now come to the login. Now you can observe Jojo 1, Bean 1. User is changed or same user? Changed or not? So maybe if you not done for the parameterization, it will pick for the same like this. No, right? Only one user only it will execute for the 4 times. It is a realistic environment. No, right? So that is why we are giving for the input as a parameterization, and we are executing for the 500 user point of view. So next iteration, we can observe for the third iteration also. Now we can observe third iteration username password Jojo 2 Bean 2 is picked. And last iteration you can observe Jojo 3 Bean 3. You can observe Jojo 3 Bean 3. So means every user will be different username password is picking. So now come to the application. For example, we are given first will be Jojo 1 second time and Bean 1. Click for the login button. Jojo 1, Bean 1, now Bean 1 thing. Okay. So now you can observe this user is not there. So it's a valid one. Our script is passed showing, but it's valid one. No, right? So when you are giving for the username password, right, you need to give for the valid data. Like for example, already we have data username password Jojo Bean. If you click on this, so you are able to successfully log in. So if you not log in here, you can execute for the 5 times, 10 times also your waste. Your script is showing for the pass only, but it is failed. Okay, so that is why we need to give for the valid data. So maybe I want for the more data means how to we can prepare also. I will explain. For example, you want for the 100 username password valid data. So here you can observe sign up will be there. You can click on that and enter username, password, confirm button, first name, last name, street address and city and click on continue. Then user will be created. Example, I will show you. Harsha is a username and same Harsha1 password and confirm password. Harsha1 and first name Sri, some last name Ram and street address. Okay, Aminpur and Hyderabad. I give it. Just click for that. So before that, right, you can observe Harsha with this name. We have the username will be there, not there. You can observe here. First, you can observe here. Okay. What is the name I given? Small only, right? Okay. Harsha and Harsha1. So now click this. See, user is there? No, right? So now we'll create here by manually. So you can click on continue after enter the details and click on OK. And you can click on for see. Thank you for Harsha. Register that. Welcome to the WebTour family. Means Harsha username is created. Now continue and sign up. Now you can check now. Already we are entered, right? Harsha. Now click this. You are able to log in. Okay, already session will be there, right? Okay, now we'll enter here. Harsha and Harsha1. See, now you can observe you are logging successfully. See, so you are done for this, right? So, but every time we can do for the manual thing is good. It is good. It is the effort more, right? For example, I want for the 100 username, 100 password. Every time you can do this is the good thing. It is a good manner.
No.
No, right? Because we are not a manual testers. We are not do further as a manual effort. We can no need to put. So how to we can do this? Same script you can record also after launch URL. So when you are scripting doing right, you can launch URL and click on sign up now button and enter this all details. Click on continue and after that continue log out. Then your script will be generated. And after that, you can do for the username, password parameters. So you can give for the in the Excel sheet. Okay, for example, I will open one Excel sheet. So we need to prepare data. Like you can do for the parameterization username password, and you can do for the like so how to we can prepare. I will show you just your understanding point of okay. So now you can observe, for example, you are doing for the username. So you can give, you are giving creating usernames. First will be Harsha will be there already. You are created. That is fine. You did for the parameterization and you are passing for the values Harsha1 and next username will be Harsha2 and next username will be Harsha3. So like that you are preparing for the data. So for example, you are creating for the how many data you want, you can like that, you can copy this data into the your parameter file. So for example, just our script already there, right? We can go there and just go to the parameters, and already you are created username, think it, okay? Can go here and you can copy that data here. And you need to do for the username, password, and first name, last name. You can do all things. And after that, you can pass the data and you can execute for the multiple times here. Like when you are doing for the script, right? So just you can go to the runtime settings. For example, you are creating 10 user data, then you can give for the 10 times here and you can execute. So automatically our script will be generated for the 10 username passwords. You want for the 50, then you can give for the 50 user data in the sheet, okay, in our parameter file, and you can execute for the 50 times here. Maybe you want for the 1 lakh data. Assume you don't do for the here. This script you can push into the controller and you can give for the number of how many times you want. You can design there. And because here maximum 100, 200 is okay, fine. But more than that means what will happen means your views and will be cross. So that is why here we can't do more, but 100 users or 200 up to that you can prepare here, no worry. But more than that, you can go to the controller and there you can create for the your user data. So it's clear, user data creation, everyone. So this is the flow, business flow. Okay. So first you need to launch and click on for the sign up now button and enter username, password. Example, your data only you are preparing. For example, Pradeep, you can give for this, and password also you can give for the Pradeep. Okay, password you can give for the every time Pradeep also, no problem. But username you need to give for the different Pradeep 1, Pradeep 2, Pradeep 3. So when you are giving for the parameter input, first name, last name also you can give for the same also, no problem. First name, last name, because this is the no data dependency, but only username, password is a very important thing. So you are enter this, click on continue, log out, and you can close this. And once script is created, you can do for the parameterization, username, password, first name, last name, and you can keep for the how many users you want. You can keep for 20 user data and you can execute for the 20 times. So 20 data is created. Once it's created, you can check for the randomly. Come to the application and enter for the username, password. For example, we are created Harsha, right? And Harsha 1 is password. So same way you can check for the here. So means through script also you are getting for this space, welcome some Harsha 2, Harsha 4, Harsha 5, you are created. That data, it is your script is a worked file means you will get for the this space, welcome to the some name. Means you are successfully registered users. So requirement everyone is clear. This Rashekar and Pradeep, Anusha.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So you guys can do for the again do for the parameterization record script, again do for parameterization this Pradeep, you, and same to the create for the same script record for the like test data script, and you can do for the scripting. Okay, you guys facing any issues, you can ping me in our group. Okay, anyone will help you. And Anusha already